Hello and welcome back to F1 22. I am again going to be trying another race in VR, but this time we're going to be doing a bit of multiplayer. I picked more experience because I wanted to drive into people and see carnage happen on track. Well, just kidding about the drive into people because that's not my kind of style. Either way, we're skipping qualifying because, well, I am not a great qualifier. And off where we go. Look at all that. Just parts already flying. You can already kind of see that I've somehow made it out alive. That lone Aston Martin just kind of hanging out in the middle. Weirdly enough, I'm giving a sort of illegal overtake because apparently, I guess the yellow flag dropped right before the McLaren was before I passed that McLaren. And here we actually end up with a bit of rear damage because I slowed down to get into the safety car queue and the car behind just ran into me. Apparently that isn't an illegal overtake. Anyway, as we learn and or have learned from this race, I guess you guys haven't seen it yet, but the name of this game is Survival. Do not wreck your car, and you'll keep moving up. So that is what we're going to try to do. We are effectively starting in 18th, and luckily enough for me, that Williams was ghosted so I could make it through. And look at that, avoiding that carnage. We're already up into 14th. All under the safety car and legally because that was an incident and I didn't overtake them. Look at that, William just flying off screen. Looks like he just barely missed the wall because he's still driving behind me. So this is actually one of my favorite features about the F1 games. We have safety cars. Unlike a lot of the other games, you get a bit of the old unknown carnage that happens during a safety car period, and you get to make cool strategy decisions. We skip that second and third lap under the safety car to this point because not much happened other than me passing all the guys in the pits, and now the safety car period I think is ending. We're getting underway at race speed. I got a bit of a slow launch off of that turn, and the Williams and the Ferrari passed me. If you look over, you can see I'm slowing down quite a bit. That's probably because I didn't really know my braking point yet. We're doing a lot of these tracks in these cars for the first time, so it's gonna be kind of a slow start for a lot of them. But don't you worry, they're still going to be pretty entertaining because we've got tons of carnage up ahead. And I dodge a lot of it, but sometimes I kind of cause my own. Back to the race though. We're up into 7th place from 18th. And we're up behind GTMX Jules, and Robert Walken is right behind me. Oh, and look at that. I've caused my own set of carnage. I do a weird little pirouette and I'm able to recover a 12th position. But now we've got a bit of an issue because the car ahead is roughly 8 seconds ahead. And that's going to be a bit of a problem because I'm going to have to push even though I don't really know this track layout. Well, not track layout. We're on the regular GP circuit layout. I don't think F1 22 introduced any interesting racing features. All these racetracks are roughly the same. The only things different are the cars. And I think we've got the Miami circuit. Either way, somehow, a few laps later, we have caught up to the car ahead. And that is because it was a safety car, period. And at this point, I was told I've got to give up the position because you can't go through cars and you can't pass cars under a safety car. That car was ghosted because a if I had to guess, they were AI because a player had dropped out. So I was just following another car. That was a AI. Yes. So that is Glenn. We're still under safety car. This is 2 laps later, I think, from 5th to 7th. And we're all lining up. I'm trying to do some tire warming here just because I saw the guys ahead to me and I was like, well, might as well try it. It's a pretty regular safety car lap until this moment where I slowed down because an Alpha had gone off the track and the Williams ahead had slowed down. And the guy behind him ran me. We skip a little further ahead to the safety car restart. The Alpha is literally right behind me, pushing me up the circuit. And I'm not sure what happened there, but I guess he caught something and just spun around. If I had to guess, he probably started accelerating way before I did, and the rear of the car just let go. Which kind of makes sense because, as I find out later, if you don't have enough grip, the rear just goes. And, well, not later. I also did that earlier, as you had seen. A fake Fernando Alonso back there slides around while I burn up the track and try and catch up to the AI. Nice thing about trying to pass the AI is you don't really need to worry about hitting them because they're just ghosted. And it's all fine, just going right through them. Here we are back with the pack. Luckily they aren't pulling too far ahead. Lap 8, still going pretty strong in 7th place. It's not bad at all. Coming into this corner we have in a Haas right behind us, a Red Bull just diving on the inside. I give him the space and I give the Haas the space, but the Haas does not give me the space. And I have spun around yet again. Not incredibly bad though. We are still 8 positions up from where we had started after that colossal just crash earlier. I think on lap 1. We have to skip ahead because that lap was boring. And I just passed someone in the pits, and now, for your enjoyment, I'm doing some donuts. I hope you enjoyed them. Skipping ahead again because not too much happened except for me being passed by McLovin. Ha! Super bad reference. Anyway, McLovin is absolutely fast. Look at him go. And here I am hoping that maybe I can keep up with him and engage DRS. At this point in the circuit, we have pretty worn rear tires, so pushing is probably a bit of a mistake, but I start to do it anyway. As you can see, we're starting to go off the track a lot, and it is I'm kind of keeping it together. We've caught up to our AIT teammates, and I think I can feel them buckling under their coded pressure. I'm sure they definitely did that because Codemasters Mastery of Racing Games? Question mark? I don't know. Maybe Arcade? I'm not even sure if they've done that. Either way, we've come into the pits to try out the new pit minigame. The pits is a mysterious place, and I haven't really understood the minigame, because as you've seen there, completely missed it and get a slow stop. It's not terrible though. What is terrible is that my team decided with 5 laps to go, hard tires. Incredible. Who would have guessed? You know, how? Well, on another note, it is kind of my fault. I definitely didn't check the preset tire strategy, and now I'm paying for it as the car just feels nearly undrivable. The rear is just flinging itself around like some sort of whore. And look at that. I have, I think, a blue flag. Yep, that is a blue flag. I let him pass in the corner. Do a lot of braking there. A bit excessive, but it's fine. Either way, not too much else happens. We skip forward and look at that. Another spin. It's not terrible. I find reverse. It's a lot easier in the game than it is in real life. And we take off again. 11th place. Still better than 18th. Look at all those DNFs. Like I said earlier, this game kind of becomes a game of survival. And we have survived. Survival of the fittest? Nah, just survive. That's all you need to do. Look at that. 11th place, 41 seconds behind 10th. And we are attempting to go fast and hope that we can catch DRS, try and improve our lap times, and we have. And surprisingly enough, I have found the DRS button. I think it was L1 or L2 on my wheel. I've got a Logitech G29 for those who are curious, and it's not too bad of a wheel. I get both DRS zones here, which is a pretty nice little boost. Look at that. I've got already a 6-second gain to the guy that I'm behind. That's still 30 odd seconds, and I have a bit of a moment and just drift around the corner and just cut it completely. That was a full corner cut, and I got a 3-second penalty for that. Either way, we are skipping yet again. Lap 17, still behind the Red Bull. It was nice enough to keep giving me DRS, so that was pretty awesome. We're going to attempt the corner again. Not as bad as the first time. We make it around. Oh no, this is the corner that we had drifted through. As mentioned earlier, not too bad. And we just keep powering through the race. One thing that Codemasters has gotten right, I must say, is just look at this game. It's pretty nice to look at. I also, out of most of the racing games that I've tried, I think Assetto Corsa Competizione has the next best graphics that you can see on screen. And as you can see here, I stop for the crowd and so that they can see the Aston Martin in its true glory as I get passed by a Ferrari, but it doesn't matter because that is the race. I have done it. 11th from 18th. That is quite a lot of position gain. Couple black and white flags for the two guys ahead of me, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean that I'll gain 10th. The Formula 1 Grand Prix or something or another. And here we are. This man has won. Good job to him. Ah yes, love the faces in the game. Definitely going to use that as a thumbnail. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.